Hey there guys, we have done it. We have solo runned every single Pokemon in Gen 1 in Pokemon Blue. So it's time to rank them. Let's start off with the very first solo run, which was run 131, which was, of course, Flareon. Flareon, of course, it did really well, 3 hours 36 minutes, and at level 65, which with my rankings would actually put it into the A tier. And only just better than Clefairy. Not as good as Lickitung by about 2 minutes and 2 levels, but still better than Clefairy, who got 3 hours 44 minutes at level 61. Fair placing, and still not the best evolution, as Jolteon is up at the top, and still not as good as Vaporeon. It's actually kind of what I expected with them three being there. Next up, of course, is Tentacruel, who performed fantastically. 2 hours 59 minutes at level 54, so only just got itself into the SS tier 1 time. And with the level as well, honestly really good. It was better than Zapdos, of all things. And I was not expecting that. I thought Zapdos would be far better. But no, Tentacruel, it got the exact same time as Zapdos, but 2 levels better. Just shows water types are a lot better in Kanto than what I expected. Next up is Coffin. Coffin, not the greatest Pokemon. Really not that good. I mean, like Weezing, it managed to get itself into the B tier, but it is an evolution. Coffin managed to only get itself into the C tier with 5 hours 20 minutes at level 69, which is pretty bad. It puts it in the lower part of the C tier. Just slightly better than Ekans, though. Ekans got 5 hours 40 minutes, but you got 5 levels less. So I actually feel like Coffin was just slightly better than Ekans, and it's kind of funny that the Team Rocket Pokemon are side by side in solo running tiers. It is quite funny. Next up is Seal, and Seal, you know, this line has really become one of my favourites from doing solo running. It really did perform really well. So did Dugong, who managed to get into the SS tier. Like, that was an incredible feat in itself. Seal managed to get 3 hours 36 minutes at level 60, which puts it solidly in the A tier, and only just better than Vileplume. So, to this point, it is actually... let me just have a look. Yeah, it is definitely the best single stage, well, base stage Pokemon's actually done a solo run on my channel. It was Slowpoke originally, but now Seal's overtaken it, which is fantastic. Who would have thought the Seal line would actually be so good in Kanto? Next up is going to be Poliwhirl. And Poliwhirl, we know Poliwrath and Poliwag have done incredibly well. Poliwhirl also performed ridiculously well, and we've got it got 2 hours 58 minutes, so if its level had been a little bit better... Oh no, it was 3 hours 3 minutes. If its level and its time was just a little bit better, it would have got into the SS tier alongside Poliwrath. But unfortunately, no, that 3 minutes that it got extra over 3 hours puts it into the S tier. And it did just better than Gengar, to be honest, so... Gengar got 3 hours and 9 minutes level 56. Poliwhirl 3 hours and 3 minutes at 59. It's just edging it out slightly, and I wasn't expecting a Poliwhirl of all things to be better than a Gengar in a solo running capacity. Next up is going to be Victreebel, and Victreebel, you know what? Venusaur's been knocked off its top place of the best grass type in this generation. Victreebel got 2 hours 51 minutes at level 55, which puts it solidly in the SS tier, and it's not better than Mew or Gyarados. Actually, Mew should be before Gyarados. It's only slightly worse than Gyarados. So 2 hours 46 minutes, that's what Gyarados got at level 56. Victreebel 2 hours 51 at 55 minutes. So yeah, Gyarados edges it out, but look at that. Victreebel performed a lot better than a Venusaur, and it puts it at the top of the best grass type in this generation. But we do have other grass types to put into this so far. So next up is going to be Venomoth. Did it beat Butterfree? Did Venomoth beat Butterfree? No, it did not. At 4 hours and 3 minutes, it finished the game at level 60. It got some great typing and great moves to use, but unfortunately, it did not beat out Butterfree. It puts itself in the B tier, and only just better than Ninetales, really. But again, Ninetales, I was also using Badge Boost glitching. At that point, it was at the start of 2025 that we stopped using Badge Boost glitching whatsoever. And that makes me think I need to redo some of these runs, but maybe not immediately. I've got other generations I want to solo run in. But yeah, Venomoth, 4 hours, 3 minutes at level 60. If it had got a little bit better with its level in its time, it would have been in that A tier, but no. Butterfree is the best bug of this generation, and I think that's pretty fitting considering how much everyone loves Butterfree. Next up is going to be Dragonite, the pseudo-legendary from this generation, and you know what, it really performed. 2 hours 58 minutes, it got the exact same time as Poliwrath, and the exact same level. Now it's really hard to put who's better out of these two, so I'm just going to put Dragonite last because with its 4 times weakness to ice, it really did struggle when it got to the league, and that's why we had to increase a lot of levels. Poliwrath only has it's only got 2 times weakness to Psychic, Flying, it's got Grass weakness, Electric weakness. I don't know, I still think Poliwrath performed just that little bit better. Next up is going to be Hypno, and you know what? Hypno, if it's not a legendary, Hypno is the best Psychic type Pokemon in this generation. 2 hours 49 minutes, it puts itself into the SS tier. And at level 54. Incredibly low level that. And it only just beats out Victory Bell by a couple of minutes and 1 level. So yeah, if it's not a legendary Psychic type, honestly, Hypno is the best Psychic type in this generation. I may need to do a rerun of Alakazam because I did that right at the start of my channel, and of course, didn't perform too well, so it got into the B tier, and then Kadabra got into the S tier, so yeah, there's definitely growth for Alakazam, and I will have to try that another time. Next up, of course, Whoopagoat. You really performed on this one, is Tauros. Tauros got 2 hours 45 minutes, incredible time, at level 56, which knocks Gyarados out of the top 5. It is the 5th best run that I've ever done, and that was with Tauros. To this point, anyway. There's other Pokemon we still need to do. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, Nidoking is in the wrong place there. Nidoking should be just before Tentacruel. I've got that mixed up. Anyway. Okay, so Gyarados gets back in the top 5. That's fair, but it's still the 4th best run there, and it's not even a legendary. But in competitive, Tauros, it really makes sense why it's there. Next up is Lapras, and unfortunately, you know, Gyarados, you are going to go into the knocked out of the top 5 because Lapras got 2 hours 37 minutes at level 51, which puts it in the 2nd best slot of my entire channel. Mewtwo got 2 hours 33 minutes, and that's the fastest run that I have done, but it got it at level 51. Lapras was only 4 minutes slower. If it had got 4 minutes quicker, it would have beaten Mewtwo off the top spot. But it does beat out Articuno, who did it at the exact same time as Lapras, but 6 levels less. Mew, unfortunately, 2 hours 43 at level 55. So this here is our top 5. Like, these are our top 5 runs that we have done on this channel. Next up, we're going to go lower bar now. We are going to go to Oddish. Oddish was pretty terrible, really. Like, pretty terrible. It did 5 hours 57 minutes at level 69. That puts it into the D tier. And you know what, not too far off Gloom. It actually just did slightly worse than Muck. Muck was 5 hours 56 minutes at level 65. Oddish, 4 levels less, and 1 minute less. So yeah, not as good as a Gloom, but still. Gloom maybe needs a rerun because we've got Vileplume, which is quite high up, and then Oddish and Gloom in the same tier. So maybe they need a rerun at some point. Next up is, you know what, I was very, very astounded in some ways of how many views this video got. And to this point on of the channel, Charizard is my most viewed solo run, but it didn't perform that well. It got 3 hours as its final time, right on the dot, 3 hours, but at level 66. That flying typing really screwed it over. It really, really screwed it over. And it's funny because Charmeleon's in the next one, but again, I think with the Charmeleon run, I did also do a bit of badge boosting with that Pokemon that was done the previous year before the rule came in. So yeah, but no, I maybe need to do a run with Charmeleon and see whether it's more fitting in the B tier or C tier along with Charmander or Charizard. But yeah, that's up to you guys in the comments, let me know. Next up is Clefable, and Clefable did 2 hours 49 minutes level 58. It's an SS tier Pokemon, and to this point, Well, it's the second best normal type Pokemon that we've done a run with. It's not as good as Victory Bell, but it is just slightly better than Nidoking. Even though the Clefable did 1 minute less, it also did it 1 level better. So I would actually put these two on equal footing, but because it got like a lesser level, I'm going to put Clefable first. Grimer is next, and Grimer performed exactly as you thought it would. Like, it's a pretty bad Pokemon. It got 6 hours 24 minutes at level 67. It's a D tier Pokemon, and you know what? It's gonna go just before Pinsir. Pinsir got 6 hours 56 minutes at level 63, but again, Pinsir was also one of the first 10 runs that I did on the channel, where I was nowhere near as experienced as I am now in Gen 1. I maybe need to rerun a Pinsir. That's probably the messages video to myself, that I need to do a lot of reruns. Next up is the Game Freak's favourite, which is Pikachu. Pikachu, really not that good. It actually does join the same tier as Raichu, but Pikachu got 5 hours 20 minutes and at level 69. It's very bottom of the barrel. It is going to just be before Squirtle, who got 5 hours 8 minutes but at level 78. Like, Squirtle's level was atrocious compared to Pikachu, which makes little sense considering I would have put Squirtle above it, but no, Solar Britain, it shows you different sides of Pokemon. Next up is Executor, and Executor did not perform as good as I thought it would. It really didn't. Executor got 4 hours and 2 minutes at level 59, so the level is great, but the timing was awful. It goes into B tier, and only just after Tangela. Beats out Ivysaur just because of the time and level, but no, Tangela still performed much better than Executor did. And that is so surprising to me, because I thought Executor was the top tier Pokemon. I thought it would be in the SS tier along with Victory Bell, but no, it was really quite bad. Machamp is next, and Machamp got, you know what, surprisingly quite a good time and level. It beat the game at 3 hours 22 minutes, but at level 65. That level 65 made sure it didn't go into the B tier, but with the timing, it also got itself into the A tier. Whereabouts in the A tier? Well, only just slightly worse than a Vaporeon. So, to this point now, it also shows that Hitmonlee is the best fighting type Pokemon. Oh no, it's not, because Poliwrath is there, but that is the sub. It's like a sub fighting type. Pure fighting type, Hitmonlee is definitely the best fighting type. But yeah, Poliwrath is technically a fighting type, so yeah, Poliwrath's the best fighting type in this generation for solo running. Next up is hands down the worst legendary in the entire generation. And I don't care what you guys say down in the comments, this thing is truly awful. Moltres got 4 hours and 19 minutes at level 63. Fire Flying really is not good in this generation. It gets itself into the B tier, and honestly, kinda low in the B tier. It actually gets just better than Dragonair, but slightly worse than a Weezing. Yeah, they actually finished on the exact same time, Weezing and Moltres, but Moltres was 2 levels worse. So yeah, if you're going to pick up a Pokemon to use instead of Moltres, use a Weezing. Actually, technically, it's a little bit better. That just leaves 3 Pokemon left, and that next one is going to be Marowak. Marowak, honestly not that bad, considering it's a pure ground type. Mostly ground types have not been performing too well in this generation, which is very surprising. I'm not surprised Dugtrio's up there. It's got incredible speed, and that really helps it out. Golem's got a lot of defense, a lot of bulk to work with it, even if it's not very specially bulky. But Marowak, it gets itself into the high C tier, just behind Rhydon. And exact same time as Rhydon at 4 hours and 6 minutes, but 3 levels worse. It doesn't have great special, meaning the late game is terrible for it. And then that just leaves 2 last Pokemon, and who would have thought Ditto is a terrible Pokemon. It was a very fun video to do, but Ditto finished the game in 26 hours, 14 minutes, and at level 100. It is possible to beat the game with a Ditto, but I didn't even think Abra would be kicked off the bottom spot. But my god, Ditto outshone it in how bad it is. But yeah, you still can legitimately beat the game with just a Ditto. I was very surprised at that. And then last off was a little bonus episode for you guys, and that is Missing No, the missing number Pokemon. It didn't perform very well. It's got a very weird stat spread. It finished the game at 5 hours 31 minutes at level 89. Only just beating out how Spearow performed. So Missing No placed itself into the D tier, and there we have it. 152 Pokemon, technically, 151.5, that have solo run the game, 5 which were impossible to complete the game with, and this has been a big experience for me. 3 years of my life on YouTube have been spent solo running this generation. We're going to finish off the second generation next year. I'm going to do a big push for that in the very early stages of next year, the first quarter, or at least the first third. I don't know how long it'll take. But yeah, we will finish off the Gen 2 solo runs and we will move on to a new generation after that. Thank you for everyone who's been here with me for every single video since the start of my channel. I know my channel is not the biggest, but I've had a lot of fun doing this. That's the reason why I'm here. I'm here to have fun. Let's talk next about the next month coming up. Every single year I do a full month's worth of videos. Every single day, one new video. And I hope you're going to join me for the next month in our December, where we go first. We're going to complete every single monotype video in Gen 2. Before then, moving on the second half of the month into doing a whole load of challenge runs. I'm talking everything from single move challenges, to anime character only challenges, to really difficult challenges that people have requested that made me go a bit insane. Either way, hope you guys take care. I hope you guys enjoyed the festive period, and I hope you join me for the next month of videos. Take care. We'll see you soon.